Tales at dusk began with a whisper. Long ago, under a ruined fortress on a broken moon, something breathed, but no one believed it was still alive. A creature the size of mountains, buried beneath the last empire's fall. Its chains were forged with alien metals, sealed with dying magic, and cursed to never break. For 200 years, it stayed there, sleeping, waiting, dying slowly in the dark. Its name was once feared across galaxies. They called him Seolan, not a beast, not a god, something in between. A dragon with wings that could blot out suns and breath, that turned cities into rivers of fire. He served the warlords of Zorth before their fall. But after the final war, the fortress crumbled, and Seolan was left chained deep in its heart. Forgotten. Now, only broken towers stood above. Refugees lived around it, in scattered tents, barely surviving the storms. They cooked over trash fires, slept in dirt, and dreamed of leaving. But no one ever went near the fortress. They said it was cursed, that it still groaned at night. That something down there was angry. But Hannah didn't believe in ghosts. She was 17 and tired of waiting for rescue ships that never came. Her brother had gone missing last year, taken by raiders. Her father was sick, coughing blood. Her mother had died 2 winters ago. Hannah lived day by day, stealing old tech from the ruins, trading for food, keeping her head down, until one night, she saw it. She was looking for wire scraps near the back wall of the fortress. When the ground shook just a little, like a deep growl, she froze. The others said never to go inside. They whispered of dead things, strange lights, broken machines that whispered in forgotten tongues. But Hannah didn't turn back. She found a hole in the wall, slipped through. The air inside was dry, thick, like old dust. The stones were cold and silent, as if time had stopped. She moved slowly, her flashlight flickering. Then she heard it again. A breath, slow, heavy, like thunder under rock. She walked toward it. The hall ended in a massive gate. It had cracked open just wide enough for her to slide through. Inside was a chamber so large it felt like a cave. And there, chained to the floor by glowing coils, was the dragon. Seolan. His scales were once black and silver. Now they looked like ash and stone. His wings were folded, torn. His eye slits of dull blue watched her, not blinking, not moving, just breathing. Hannah couldn't speak. She just stared. He moved slightly, his claws scraping metal. The chains rattled. "Who are you?" the dragon rumbled. His voice was like rock falling from the sky. She flinched but didn't run. "Hannah," she whispered, "you are the first in centuries. Why come here?" She didn't know what to say. "Thought you were just a story." His eyes blinked once. Slow, sad. "They always think that." Hannah stepped closer. The chamber smelled like rust and ancient fire. She could feel the heat from his body, even though he barely moved. "I didn't come to hurt you," she said. "You couldn't if you tried," he said softly. She didn't know why, but she came back the next night. And the night after. Each time, she brought small things, old books, little music players, broken radios. She told him about the outside world, how the empires were gone, how pirates ruled now, how most people just tried to stay alive. Seolan said little, but he listened. Sometimes, he closed his eyes as she spoke, as if remembering a time before everything had burned. "Do you miss flying?" she asked once. He didn't answer for a long time. "Yes," he said finally. On the 7th night, she brought him soup. It wasn't much, just boiled roots, a bit of meat, and some herbs she'd traded a knife for. She carried it in a small metal bowl, still warm, and walked carefully into the chamber. He looked at it. "What is that?" "Food," she said, smiling. "You probably hate dust by now." "No one has fed me in 200 years, he said, voice quiet. Not even out of pity. She walked closer, hands shaking. "The bowl steamed. I know it's not much." He lowered his massive head. His jaw, bigger than her body, hovered near the bowl. He sniffed. Then he sipped. Just once. Steam curled round his teeth. His eyes blinked again, and this time something shifted. His chest glowed faintly. A spark. Then, a sound. A crack. Hannah jumped back. The chain around his neck hissed. It glowed red, then orange, then white. Then dash melted. The metal didn't break. It didn't snap. It simply turned into liquid and vanished into the floor. Seolan single quotes eyes widened. He pulled one claw up. The bindings on his leg cracked and fell away like sand. He stood. For the first time in centuries, his wings stretched. Dust poured off him like smoke. The whole chamber shook. Stones fell from the ceiling. The torches on the wall turned blue. "What did you do?" Hannah whispered. Seoln turned to her. "I do not know," he said. "But something in that soup, or in you. It broke the seal." "It was just soup," she said. He stared at her. His nostrils flared. His breath warmed her skin. "No," he said. "It was kindness." Hannah stepped back, shocked. Magic born from hate can only be undone by something stronger. His eyes gleamed. "You brought compassion into a prison made of fear." The ground rumbled again as he stepped forward. The last chain fell away from his tail. The metal didn't resist it. Surrendered. Seoln rose to full height. His horns scraped the roof. He looked alive again. "You freed me," he said. "I didn't mean to," she said. "I just wanted to help. And so you did." Then, to her shock, he bent down. "Climb on," he said. "What? I owe you a sky." She stared. Then slowly she stepped forward. She reached out and touched his scale. It was warm. The moment her fingers made contact, a spark jumped between them. Her eyes widened. Something ancient moved inside her. Power. Light. A song she'd never heard, but somehow remembered. She climbed. He spread his wings. The stone roof exploded upward as they blasted into the air. Dust and stars swirled together. Below tense firelight. Hunger. Above freedom, and beside her Seoln, the last of the dread dragons. She didn't know what would happen next, but she had changed something that night, and the stars were watching. The sky opened like a wound. Daejeon flew for the first time in 200 years. His giant wings cut through clouds, shaking the stars above. Wind roared across the ruined land. Dust swirled below like a storm waking from a long sleep. On his back, Gina held on tightly, her eyes wide, heart pounding. She had never flown. She had never even ridden a machine. And now, she was on a dragon. Below. The refugee camp lit up with fire and shouting. People screamed. Children pointed. Old men fell to their knees. Some believed the end had come. Others thought it was a god. But all eyes were locked on the sky. "Is it real?" Someone cried. "The death beast is alive." Another shouted. But it was not death that flew above them. Daejeon's eyes glowed gold now. Not from hate, but from freedom. Gina could feel his warmth. It wrapped around her like armor. She wasn't afraid anymore. She leaned forward. "Where are we going?" Daejeon's voice came like thunder behind her. "Somewhere the stars can see me again." They flew for hours. Over hills, frozen rivers, broken towers. Gina looked down and saw how wide the world was. She had never imagined it stretched so far. All her life had been one camp, one fire, one bowl. But now she saw sky. Suddenly Daejeon stopped in midair. His wings flapped hard, holding them still above an open plain. He sniffed the air. His eyes narrowed. "What is it?" Gina asked. "I feel them," he said. "They have awakened." "Who?" "The ones who made me." Gina's stomach turned. "I thought they were dead." "Not all," he said. "Some hid in machines. Others fled to deep space. But they left watchers. I felt them wake when the chain broke. Far above, in orbit, machines long forgotten came to life. Signals spread across the stars. Cold metal arms unfolded from satellites. Cameras turned. One of them locked onto Daejeon. In a quiet corner of space, aboard a massive warship buried in ice. Lights blinked red. A woman opened her eyes. Her body was more machine than flesh. She walked slowly to a control panel. "Subject D1 detected," she said. "Initiate return protocol." On Daejeon's back, Gina suddenly felt cold. Her skin tingled. She looked at her hands. They were glowing. "Daejeon," she whispered. "Something's happening." He turned, saw the light under her skin. "The bond is growing." "What bond?" "The magic that chained me was made from hatred," he said. "But you broke it with care, with kindness. That magic didn't just free Mit, joined us." Gina's eyes widened. "You mean, I have your power?" "No," he said. "You have your own." But it answered me. Lightning flashed. Across the sky. Then came the sound. A scream, not human, from the clouds above. Something dropped. It looked like a ship but alive. Black skin, red lights, long claws hanging from its body. It flew toward them fast. "What is that?" Gina cried. "A hunter," Daejeon growled. "They sent it to bring me back." The ship fired. A white beam shot through the clouds. Daejeon rolled hard. The beam missed them by inches. Gina screamed, holding on. He dove low, flying between mountains. The ship followed. Daejeon turned fast, spat fire. It hit the hunter's wing. The metal burned, but the ship kept coming. They built it too. Kill me, Dejin said. But they forgot something. What? I'm not alone this time. He flew higher, faster, until they reached the storm clouds. Gina, he said, hold out your hand. She obeyed. Her hand glowed bright. He flew straight up. Now he shouted. Jina didn't know what to do. She just felt the warmth inside her chest, and she let it go. A beam of golden light shot from her hand. It hit the hunter's ship in the heart. The machine screamed, then Dash exploded. The sky lit up like fire. Pieces fell. Burning, Deegan roared below. People saw the light. They saw the hunter fall. They saw the girl on the dragon's back. And they cheered. Gina's whole body shook. What was that? Deegan smiled. Your kindness has power now. They landed in a quiet valley filled with flowers. Gina slid off his back and fell to her knees. She was tired. But inside, something new had grown. I didn't mean for any of this to happen, she said. I know, Deegan said, and that's why it worked. She looked up at him. Will more come? Yes, he said. They will try to chain me again. Or destroy you. What do? We fly, he said. We find the other old ones. The ones they buried. The forgotten dragons. The broken soldiers. The lost planets. We tell them the chains can be broken. By soup, she smiled weakly. No, he said. By people like you. He lowered his head. You freed me, he said. You changed me. And now, she asked. Now we change everything. The stars above blinked. Far away. The machines of war prepared again. But this time, they would face something they had never seen. A girl with a spoon. And a dragon with hope together. They rose into the sky again. The story of fire and chain had ended. The story of flight and freedom had just begun.